Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a Kamppanzer 3PR07 HK. German STRV. Battle Pass Tokens tank. When we made it easy, it's not that easy, fellas. This tank has a lot of things, and I will try to explain it as easily as possible. First things first, armor of the tank. It feels like you have armor whenever you are playing hold down. Obviously, you can get penetrated somewhere around this area, but overall you have some armor until you don't. If someone is shooting hits at you, you do not really have that much armor, if anything. Plus, on top of that, if the caliber is exceeding 135 millimeters caliber, you are automatically getting penetrated. So you need to be careful what kind of tanks you are playing aggressive against. That's only tip of the iceberg, fellas. Wait. There is more. This tank has a siege mode. So if, let's say, everyone knows Swedish line, you're losing mobility, you are gaining accuracy. That's easy. With this line, it's different. By using the siege mode, you are losing a very big amount of the DPM. From 3.3 thousand to 2.5 thousand, but you are becoming extremely accurate, right? You are losing speed from 65 to 20 kilometers per hour, but you are gaining gun depression from -3 to -12. Yeah, there is a lot about this tank, fellas. There is plenty of the things to talk about this vehicle. And unlike a STRV, with this vehicle, it is actually possible to play outside of the siege mode. Yes, that's the case. So you have a choice. Do you want to have a crazy DPM, but not to be in the siege mode? Or do you want to be in the siege mode, but to have less DPM? Crazy, no? So, yeah, very weird vehicle to begin with. I think it's extremely situational, and just by tank being so situational, it's just not the finest tank in the world of tanks, at least that's what I think. But once again, that is only me, and that's what I think. Obviously, if you have anything else to say, you can leave that in the comment section down below for me to read, and obviously for people to read who are considering to take this tank from the battle pass points, right? That being said, I will try to showcase you that you don't necessarily need to be in the siege mode in order to play with this vehicle. I know it's a bit of the stretch, and I know this is a bit of the risky play, but I really want to showcase that for you, and it is very important thing. Speaking about the gun and speaking about the capabilities of the tank, this tank has extremely good high explosive ammunition as well. And speaking about the high explosives, it has 120 millimeters of penetration, so that means all paper tanks are going to scream, and they won't be able to do that many of the things for you, right? It's very important thing to say. Once again, you can kind of be aggressive with the vehicle as well, and you can try to make a bit of pressure with it, depending against what kind of enemies you are fighting. As you can see, I'm outside of the siege mode, and luckily we have found the tourist that doesn't pay attention at us, and we are slapping him and slapping him and slapping him and slapping him and slapping him. So that's absolutely glorious and absolutely amazing. Trust me, not every game is going to be like this whenever you will be able to punish enemies outside of the siege mode. I can guarantee you that. It's definitely not every game. Meanwhile, we are just simply waiting here patiently until we would build a bit different angle to the enemy folks that are playing maybe on top of the hill, or maybe the same areas over there. Yeah, I think the same areas is over peaking quite a bit. It's not going to be easy for him to penetrate us, so I'm feeling relatively fine. Luckily, he doesn't hit us whatsoever. Beautiful, and now we can make quite a bit of pressure. Now we're using our mobility, and yeah, the gun rotation of this mother trucker. the gun rotation of this tank is non-existent, so you are turning the tank as well, right? We need to keep this in mind. But once again, not a big deal, everything is okay. Now we are just simply pushing on Jaeger, or Jaeger I suppose to say, and we are going to slap him with high explosives and ram him. That's exactly what we are looking for. Kaboom, how are you doing? Not that much for ramming, and as a matter of fact, I would say that was pretty bad ramming choice from my side, but once again, it is how it is. We are loading high explosives, we are penetrating him, beautiful. As you can see, in this game, we have not used siege mode whatsoever. It just simply felt like we do not need to use it, okay? So keep this in mind. In certain situations, you are constantly thinking, do you want to be using siege mode? You don't want to be using siege mode. Is it more beneficial to go to the siege mode? It is not more beneficial to go to the siege mode. Accuracy is better into the siege mode, but in the same time, your mobility is kind of crippled. Look at this DPM. DPM is significantly worse in the siege mode. You know what I mean? A lot of things to think about whenever you are playing with this vehicle. It really is, fellas. And in my opinion, it's a bit much as well. Obviously, we can shoot him outside the siege mode, but the chance of us hitting him is going to be significantly lower. So whenever we are talking about very long range shots, siege mode is definitely very much optimal choice, right? We need to keep this in mind. Now, luckily our team is capping the base, so we should be able to win this game quite easily. We are in the siege mode, we should be able to eliminate him. Unfortunately, we are failing the shot, but that is okay, doesn't really matter. Let's try to get a proper pixel over there. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 more shots. Pixel shot, let's try to punish him. Unfortunately, we are failing it. It's okay, enemies are making a hardcore pressure straight for the base, and they should be able to decap it. So what that basically means, we are going full bananas in over there, and we are trying to get just tiny touch more use of all of this. Obviously our team is winning this game, that is for sure, that is a fact, but once again we would like to get a bit more use of all of this for obvious reasons. Right, very good. Can we find a decent enough angle? No, we cannot. Donkevica is making quite a bit of pressure into our base, so that means we are trying to hunt the Donkevica ourselves, and hopefully we can say hola for this gentleman. He's going through the open field. No, he isn't. Unfortunately, he isn't going through the open field. Good. Nevertheless, solid game, fellas. Definitely a solid game, nothing to cry about, nothing to complain about. 4.7 thousand damage in the Himmelsdorf field by playing quite aggressively, you know, that there is that. There is definitely that you can do that, but once again, to go through the DPM loss to this humongous margin, for me it is mind-boggling, and it is absolutely disgusting, to be completely honest with you. I'm talking whenever you are playing in the siege mode. I can sacrifice the speed, it's okay, but other than that, yikes. Anyways, 4.7 thousand damage, that's what we have. We are not going to complain about the second by experience, first by the damage, and 35,000 profits. Let's keep it up. Okay, round number 2, save heaven standard battle. I don't really think that we have any other choice but to go and play in the typical sniper schnitzel position. I think this is the best play for us. Potentially I could try to play in the city as well, but I'm not entirely sure is it the best idea, to be fair with you. And one of the plays that I could have done, I could have taken this position and tried to punish the guys that are crossing through the mid, but once again, will we have some guys who are going like lunatics through the open field or not? That is a completely different story and completely different topic, you know? I think it is important thing to say. Okay, what do we have? We have the T-54 Model 1 sitting in the open field. Yep, we should be okay. We are going to the sniper schnitzel mode for obvious reasons, and we are just trying to punish him. Now we don't really care about the DPM, in my opinion. DPM is the least of our concerns at the moment, right? What we are thinking about, we are thinking how we could slap them sitting right there. This Module 1 probably is losing his patience. Indeed, he does. Beautiful. We are trying to make tiny touch more pressure here. Now we are not making pressure. We are going to the siege mode. We are aiming. We are slapping him again. Luckily, we tracked him, so to escape for this gentleman from this position is going to be super hard. But he managed to put the Houdini on us. That's okay. That's fine. We can live with that. We can live with that, fellas. Okay, what I am thinking and what is my thinking process at this point in time? I could be sitting here for sure, but I could go into the city as well. I could be sitting here and I could be playing in the city. Okay, let's try to sit and enjoy our sniper schnitzel gameplay, okay? I think that is the proper play to play the game at this point in time. I hope I am not going to regret this, but we'll see. Obviously, time will show it all. We are just being patient here. We are waiting until we are going to have a decent enough angle to punish some sniper schnitzels from the back. We are taking our time to aim. Luckily, we hit him. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Now we are hoping that this Ru is sitting in this position. Probably he is. Very, very nice. That could have been a beautiful blind shot. Very good. Now, I am going to go... I was thinking about going into the attack mode, but I think it is not going to be worth it. At least it doesn't seem like it would be worth it. 120 millimeters of penetration, Ru in the back, Waffle in the back as well. All we want to do, we want to go for a blind shot this way. Unfortunately, we are missing the blind shot, but that's okay. We can live with that. Yeah, rough, fellas. Very rough experience. I'm just going aggressively. I don't really feel like I can do anything else. So that being said, we are just going in. We are getting auto-aim on. We are slapping this mother trucker with auto-aim. We are getting punished by the Waffle. That is understandable. We can see that SFAC is sitting over there. We don't really care. We are looking to the light tank. Light tank is panicking. Light tank is being sent to the garage. That's good. Loading high explosive ammunition for obvious reasons. And trying to find a very, very decent angle for either this gentleman here or either all of those sniper schnitzels. You see what I'm talking about, fellas? In one game, the tank like this can feel like a heaven. It can feel like you have won the lottery for yourself and you are eliminating literally everyone in front of you, right? And in the other game, it can feel like this is literally the worst curse that you could have ever gotten, and it is a pain in the nuts to play with it, right? Very, very, very weird mother trucking tank. I can tell you that much. Very, very weird tank. And this vehicle is definitely not for everyone. In my opinion, not so great player won't be able to make this tank work nowhere near its potential. Nowhere near. Because what casual player will do whenever he's playing with a vehicle like this? He's going to be sitting in the siege mode and he is going to be enjoying the life experience from somewhere in the back. Which is a gameplay as well, right? But once again, this tank is not created for that. With this vehicle, you need to very much understand whenever you want to make a hardcore pressure and whenever you want to play a bit safer, you know? And I can promise you that it is a very, very hard thing to realize and to understand. I can guarantee you that. This vehicle will give problems for many players out there, but in those case scenarios, I can tell you perfect scenario. Distance is relatively close, from 100 to 300 meters. You are sitting in the bush, you are not in the siege mode, and you have continuously great DPM and okay gun handling. This is the perfect case scenario. If you are too far away, you want to go into the siege mode, that's how you are sacrificing your DPM. You know what I mean? And playing aggressively like you would with a Starva M103, This tank is just simply not capable of doing that, at least in my opinion, or not to that level as of you are playing hull down, you know? But once again, I'm just sharing my experience with this tank. It's completely up to you. You are accepting it or not so much, you know? 3.1 thousand damage, 1.3 thousand assisting damage, rough game. 41,000 profits. Good. We are making this tank work. Come on, one more good game. Let's go. Okay, last but not least, we are playing in the Abbey. Definitely far away from being ideal game for us, but nevertheless we will try to be gaming somewhere in this area, and we are hoping that our folks will be able to spot enemies playing somewhere over there, you know? That is what we are dreaming about, and that's what we would love to see. Love to see and seeing, those are two different things, but hey, we'll see. Now the question is, will our folks be able to spot anything for us? This is the question. So far, no. He is spotted himself. That would give me indication of the Monty sitting in this position right there. Enemy Monty drowned. Okay, KR1 is considering about being aggressive right there. Let's go into the siege mode and let's try to punish him into the lower plate. Beautiful. With the siege mode we can hit the shot like this. Very, very nice. Do we have some more sniper schnitzel sitting in this area? This is the question. Do we have more mother truckers sitting somewhere over there? Lower plate. Once again, siege mode is hitting like crazy bastard, fellas. In the siege mode, we are gaming. Okay. What are my thoughts at this point in time? I want to slap this Arias. I want to slap this Arias, fellas. That's what I want to do. Ratatate, do you see? Ratatate, fellas. Ratatate. Oi, oi. Oi, oi. Oi, oi. And STB is sitting there in the back as well. Doesn't really change anything. It's okay. We are taking a bit for the team, but we are surviving. Now Arta is slapping us for 8 bloody 100. Well, good thing that the new skills buffed Arta, right? Don't you think so? That is pretty much appreciated, I would say. Very, very good. That's exactly what we want to see, right? The dream come true, fellas. Like, the game wasn't toxic enough, Artas are stronger. By the way, what I want to highlight, in the index page, all Artas has the new crew skills overall highlighted. Please keep this in mind, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Keep this in mind. All the new crew skills are highlighted over there. And you have our recommendations what to use in order to be best clicker ever. The best clicker ever, fellas. Okay. That being said, I am not sure do I like it. Definitely less after this incident. Yeah, I need to run. I need to run, fellas. I'm kind of a dead meat over there, not gonna lie. I mean, what is the best play for us in this type of situation? Because Ratatata, he won't slow down. The best thing what we could do, at least in my opinion, is just to simply sit here and wait until the Ratatata is just simply making a hardcore pressure, because he will. He doesn't have any reason to slow down and to play slower, right? And what that means for us? That means for us that we need to be sure that we are punishing the enemy forces who are making a hardcore pressure like this. We can clearly see that they are not really paying attention at us. That's very, very good. Very nice. Can we keep bursting this Ratatate? Yes, we can. Beautiful. Very, very nice. And now we are just simply working our nuts in order to get as much use as we physically and possibly can against this gentleman, right? Ratatate is straight up ignoring us, and I very much appreciate him. That's great. Thank you very much. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you. Very, very good. The last game was the weakest one, but to be completely honest with you, this is as much as we could have gotten considering how aggressively have I played this game. And yet still, this is not the battle that I would take my hands on the head and say, the worst game ever. Luckily, Ratatate made enough mistakes for us to feed our starving damage addiction. You know what I mean? So that is okay. Ooh, what a game. 3.2 thousand damage, 100 assisting damage. We are second by experience. We are third by the damage. And we got ourselves 6,000 profits because I fired quite a lot of the gold overall. All in all, I think that this session was pretty perfect to describe this tank. I truly believe in that, fellas. We finished everything with 3.7 thousand average damage and 400 assisting damage, and I would even say that we played better than I anticipated to play with this tank, with all honesty. And with this type of score, probably we would be #1 player with this vehicle. At least that's what I would guess, because people should not be playing. Yep, it's unpopular tank, and people are not playing nowhere close to this type of level and to this type of experience. You know what I mean? I mean, 3.5 thousand DPG gamer. Crazy, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crazy. Anyways, I hope I gave you good understanding how this tank is looking like in 2026, and I hope that you enjoyed your journey together with us. I want to thank forever and each of you for being with us, for watching the YouTube videos, for watching the live streams, for your support as YouTube members, patrons, obviously subscribers on the live streams and whatnot. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I hope that I can entertain you well. That being said, thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Skills out for today. Peace.